So, hey, hi, this is day one, and we are starting a very good sessions from here related to the technology, which is one of the top, right? So, we are learning here cloud technology, and this is the day one, right? And I'm really proud to be have this opportunity to drive this session. So, myself, Pushkar, I am your trainer, and I would taking this opportunity to get you drive how the cloud, how the platform is, how the concept is, how the process is, right? So let me set some ground rules, which we all have some common questions related to it, right? So ground rules means you must have all of you have a very common questions, right? So I know what all are you having a common question. So let me put it here so that you can understand the session. And many of questions would be answered here, right? So if you have any questions, sir, how this class will be organized, where we'll get the access of content, where this content would be. You getting my voice, right? Just give me a confirmation on chat. Either anybody can unmute and just say the confirmation. I'm speaking, just give me a confirmation. Am I
Yeah.
audible? You can view it, the screen where I'm typing, and I'm speaking, you can hear it properly.
Yes, we can hear properly.
Great. I need a confirmation because I would be in a no, I would continue to speaking and I was not be audible for you. So this is day one. We'll continue this session for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So we would be having a 3 days in a week for 2 hours at least, and half an hour will keep as a doubt session, right? So we would having some buffer of them who have many of doubts, or maybe we can organize a good amount of time for question hour, right? So that you are going in the right track, or maybe you can get a conversation. So we this would be session for 2 hours, and 2.5 hours would be, right? So I'm just putting it here as a average session would be here from my side would be 2 hours, but it could take in a 2.5 hours, right? So I'm just writing 2.5 hours would be our sessions to be organized. Now 3 days we taken, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday will be connected for this much of time. All the sessions, right? All the sessions will be recorded. Okay. So you would be getting a recording sessions where many of you couldn't join the sessions due to XYZ reasons. We had organized this session so that anybody can have their rush time or their peak time. They could not be live to the sessions. They can get it the sessions in additional time hours where they can see the recording. So we would having a portal which is called LMS portal, that communication would be posted in this group, that this is the portal link, this is the app link, this is the ID, this is the password. You can simply log in and get your content there. So any kind of contents, all the recordings, all the PDFs, all the hand notes which is I'm writing here, all the processes, all the reference sessions, right, where you can guys reference to that. Okay, everything would be available here, right? So just make sure that you would be at the right track, right? Why we organizing session is that you get something. So recording is really must. You would have this time to be rewinded any time amount of time. So recording is enabled. You will get the portal there. All the content will be uploaded, right? So all PDF related study reference, everything will be there, right? So it's a very safe zone. It could be for a longer period of time, or you can say like it's an unlimited period of time. Content will be stay there. It is not going to be delete, right? So this is your common question, right? Where I get my content. So this is my answers to you. Now, since this training is organized with the basics to the advance, right? For architecting a technology which is in the cloud, okay, this cloud technology, you all be going to do that. We have worked lot of segments. We designed this course content in a way like you can grab everything. Why? Because you are expecting this. We summarize that this content should be well enough to deliver first. So we have organized a content which we have to deliver it within the 40-hour sessions, right? So you can assume like this session is going to be 2 month session. This session actually designed in 1.5, but we take some prioritize, right? So this session is going to be roughly it's 2 month, 40 hours, 32 hours we claim, but we go for a 40 hours because the projection is there, right? Your doubt session is there. We connect in the doubt session, right? So this is how this hours will be increased. Okay. Now, moving next is all about that this training would be taken from today. Okay. So this training have related to a cloud technology. What we are going to learn? A cloud technology we are going to learn, and we are learning of a concept, a method, how the virtualization will run for you as a scaling method, as a seamless method, as a easy executions. So we are going to use the platform for the cloud learning would be GCP provided. This is called Google Cloud Platform, right? So we are going to learn some technology that is in terms of cloud as a concept, but we'll learn this technology who is provided by who given the platform is provided by Google. So learning this technology is absolutely a top layer of technology. Everything nowadays for the industry to smaller to bigger organizations, they want their business to run seamlessly, easily. They can do something very fast, right? Less engagement to be there, less dependency should be there. So this learning to this technology, I must be having a sound from you is that you must have some pre readiness to be checked. Okay, or you can say like this session is organized where it is accepting you have some idea about related to a OS background. So you must have knowledge about a OS operating system, which we prefer that if you are starting to learn the cloud session, it's up to you that how you want to take the sessions, right? It should be OS and OS point of view, either you have a Linux background or you have a Windows background, right? So it's up to you how you want to take it. Either you well in enough to be a cloud, operating system to the Linux or Windows. It's up to you, but we prefer that you going to be learn this technology. The priority is why Linux is that we take a very lesser time. Okay, we take very lesser time to spin the servers. We connect the servers in very less time. That's the reason why we prioritize that Linux would be a right choice for us if you want to do the tasks bit of speedy. Okay, so try to learn something about the operating system about Linux. So if you have idea about Linux, it's okay, very good, it is going to help you. But if you don't have idea about Linux, anything, nothing, then the important things of Linux which will be consumed in this learning, I would be driving for you, right? I'll tell you this command does what, this command is used for what, why we using this command, where this command works. And there is a reference session, or maybe not a reference session, there is a reference book is available for me. It's a very shorter, it's not a Bible where you have to spend so many hours to just go through. Just it have say 50 or 40, 30, 40 pages of just a elaboration about the commands, which commands works what. If you type the command on the CLI enter, this command will do like this is a simple explanation. Now what we expecting next is that you bit of sound already have related to networking. So networking, we are not expecting like you must be having a CCNA fully certified or like CCNP or CCI like of knowledge. We only expecting if you have a good amount of knowledge to the basic networking, say so for example CCNA type of networking or the basic IP subnetting fundamentals. That would also a good to take this understanding when we are starting few networking chapters to this technology, right? So you should having a equivalent kind of CCNA learnings, or if it is not, then IP and subnetting would be enough for you to at least drive few sessions related to the networking. If you do not know anything about networking, you do not know abcd of all the networking, don't worry, you do not need to go back and prepare it and then come back. What you can, I can help you out, like I'll give you the sessions, or maybe I can walk through what the importance things which I needed to explain you the chapter of clouds networking. So you would take a reference, say call as a reference book which having 15, 20, 25 pages, where it is very easily explain about IP and subnetting, right? So you just go through that book. You will be having some of feeling about networking fundamentals related to what is IP, what is the type of IP, what is the class of IP, how the subnetting works, how it is calculated, how you. But if you do not know all this about, we are going to learn very smart technology, which is going to flex you that you can use their intelligences, or you can use cloud intelligences to run the show if you do not know anything about the basics, right? So this is my just a readiness, that if you are going to enjoy the sessions, if you are pre-filled with this such things, you are going to learn in first attempt a very very easy way. But if you do not know, I'll be trying to full or maybe fill you what importance of these elements should you know about it. Okay, so this is well enough. I am not taking a very hard drive deep no understanding about it. The important factors will pick, rest of thing you will continue to learn from the lectures. Okay, now next is that how the session is going to drive from every day. So we would having a two part. One is having is theory part, where we discuss about like what is this feature is, and how why this feature is needed, how this feature is works. Okay, so in this no segment where we'll talk about the features services of cloud one by one, and every lectures there would be two part. One is theory part, second is practical part. So we'll do more focus on hands-on so that you would be well comfortable. If you do not understand theory part where things goes out of the box, you can just correlate those theory with the practical, and it is going to sound you a bit of understanding, and then you can rework, make your doubts, make your practice, prepare your questions, reconnect on doubts, or maybe end of the session if you are going to ask your problems. Maybe this learning is going to be a very stable zone. Okay, so we would have theory part, we would have practical part. Okay, practice, and in practice we'll do the live sessions. Maybe it is not practice about that this is how it is already done. I'll do everything in front of you so you can have a sense about where I'm clicking, what I'm doing, which option I'm clicking, how it is working. You can see it, watch it, rewind it from the recording, and you can do the same practicals, as well as I'll give you some to do task, or you can say like it's kind of homework kind of thing, like which I did. I'll give you some extended type of task so that you can use sort of your ideas about it, and you can come back with me that this I have done, this I have not done, I am stuck at this place, this is the area where I'm getting the challenges, you please help me out to solve my problem. So you make sure that the theory practical you are repeating. I'll give you some to do homework task which you will do. I'll take a follow up on this saying that whether it is done or not. So groups, the WhatsApp group is created that will help you to post your issues, post your status, so that internally all of you can exchange your knowledge idea about it. If I am not available, someone from this team members can pick and suggest you, right? So to do is going to help you a lot with making you stronger from the hands-on point of view. Okay, so you must having a practical sound more. Last is that this session is not going to be only the learnings, right? We are not focused about this course is designed to learn something, you making some practice and go. So this is not all about we are going to deliver. We have to make you success, right? And success, you doing something, we doing more than you, right? This is how success work. You equally work and you achieve something that is the story for others, right? So what I'm going to do you is that I'll add you some projects here, right? So projects means we'll do some live scenarios, we'll build some projects in the applications, we'll do some projects related to the migrations part of thing, where you can sound this is not a training or learning you completed a course, but what achievement you make it from this session, that is going to be absolutely rocking, right? This is not available everywhere. So what you can experience for me is that how the real world is talking on this technology, how they're building the solutions to this. So basics projects related to the application or infrastructure or migrations related to that, I'll help you to build it. That projects will be your running resume, right? Where you can showcase anyone that this is what I have learned, I have created like this. So created like this is your achievement, and whatever you are going to do, this all topics learning is your training, right? So we'll do projects here, and it is going to feel you a lot more similar to the experience, right? So those who have not experienced to the cloud, they want to show some experience that I have make it. This project is going to help them and make something to visible to others, right? So this is how we going to run. Now, in a part of this, see, we have very shorter time. We have very 1.5 month or 2 month. In between, we do projects, we do theory, we do practice, we do homeworks, right? So whatever we are going to do, right? This session is know about your preparedness also, right? So some expectations come that I want to prepare for an interview. I want to prepare for an exam. Okay. Now I need a guidance about how my career is running at this moment. How should I prepare for this? So such session is also organized where I am going to share my experience with you. You are going to utilize it. How you should be groomed for interview, how you should groom for a change, how you groom for a exam certifications, what exam dumps is going to help you. This is the interview question you can prepare for. In theory discussions, practical, I will be pointing out this is what asked in exam also, this is what I ask in interviews also, this is how you should prepare it. So those pinpoints you can pick from me. So these thing I am going to help you as a additional, which is not mentioned in the curriculum of all the content we are going to cover. So this is very specially organized for me, so this is going to be benefit lot for you. Okay, so this is how we are going to run. Okay, now I'll speak 5 minutes, and then I'll open for a question. Or maybe you have some basics understanding. If you have any conflict, if you have any sort of other communication being taken care. So what I'll do here is that this session you are going to do this practice, right? Where I have mentioned the theory and practice part. You must have account to be open in GCP. So Google platform, you need to open the account, right? This account would be free tier account, will be applicable for 90 days. You need to use a email ID, you need to use a phone numbers, you need to use a payment method where for 90 days there's no auto debit is going to be happened. So anyhow, you are not going to spend one single penny rupees. By chance, if you deducted any amount, there is options because you have registered this account as academic or personal earnings, you can take it refund. I'll tell you the way how it can be refunded. So you are going to be use your personal Google registered account to run the practicals at your end. This will be at your side. This will be as a no personal academic learning session where you can continue to use the GCP account, right? So one account carried out for 90 days. In if it is more than 90 days, you have to immediately remove all the payments method from there, and you can open one more another account to be if you want to carry out the learning more than 90 days. So this is how this is going to organize. Now, I told you about the sessions, I told you about the readiness, I told you about this how the preparedness from my side to deliver at your end. Okay. Last thing is that this module is segregated in two way, or maybe you can say like this segregated is a call about foundation, right? And this is called about advance, right? So that means is we are going to divide this session in four modules, or you can say like a learning modules. So we call as a step learning modules, right? So this is L1, or this is L2, or this is L3, this is L4. So we divided the learning module like this. Here we are going to prepare the foundations, the pillars of learning you should hold at the beginning. So you will be learning from L1 learning's point of view, or L1 stage point of view, that related to server management, that related to network management, that related to storage management, and that is related to security management. Okay, so four thing is the four pillars where this technology is going to be run, and entire show is standing on these four pillars, right? So server, network, storage, and security would be a foundations pillar, or you can say like this is my L1 stage where I can start to do something in this technology, right? So L2 module is going to be little bit deeper from there, and bit of automations corner where you can do such thing. How can I automate it? How can I leave my environment and my states to run automatically as a autopilot state, auto scaling state? So next you are going to learn about automations, scaling, traffic management, right? Templating, master image, cloning, scale the environment, right? This is what you are going to do at the next level. So scaling, traffic, template, automations, you are going to learn it, right? L3 module, you are going to do something which you can do without servers. That is called as a managed services, right? So in the L3 learnings, you are going to do something about where you can learn something related to your monitoring your operations, how you can do this, right? So monitoring part you are going to learn, right? Something you are going to relate it about the uh, projection created, where you can learn about front end, where you can run the show, which is back end there will be a database needed, so you are going to run the RDS, or you can say like cloud SQL in terms of Google, right? So we are going to learn those things which is going to help us from the operation point of view, from the projection point of view, from the database point of view, from such things, right? So additionally, you are going to see the things where you can do like uh, uh, triggering the job, scheduling the job, or you can do some task without thinking servers, which can be a serverless or managed services. So you are going to use cloud function, which is going to help you to run the environment, run the task from the script. Okay. So this is what you are going to learn in the cloud function, right? Step 4, you are going to be learn about something very important where you can run the show as now modern technology is running. So we are going to do the managed services, full features managed services, which is called, we're going to learn bit of about how GK is going to help us, how you should be sound to this technology, right? And last and least, we are going to learn some projections. So projection, I am going to add this topic, which is VM migrations, right? How you can take the virtual machine, migrate it from your on-prem to your Google environment. How this migration is going to cover the basics things. Additionally, you will get the projection and all this thing. You are going to learn exam interviews, exam preparation, all these things, right? So all this learning is going to achieve, you can easily go for certifications which you can do Google ACE certification, right? So ACE is the certification where Associate Certified Engineer of Google, you can very well prepared, easily attempt and make it clear. So expectations should be set here that what we are going to do by next 1 and 2 months, what we are going to achieve, what learning fundamentals is going to run, where our content are, how should we ready to learn the sessions, what we should do to learn, how the readiness should be from your side, from my side. This is I want to set for this half an hour where you can understand how this session is going to run. So I'll stop myself. I'll open all of you guys that you please put your questions related to the basics, how this session is going to be organized or how this session is going to be help, if anything running in your mind, right? I'll open for all of you to just put your questions, anything you want to ask me before I go next, what I'll be running for next half an hour, right? So every 30 minutes or maybe 20 minutes, I'll stop myself. I'll open the window for question hour. You please put your question hour. Related question, I'll answer immediately. But those questions which I am supposed to answer in next lectures or next sessions, I'll park you and I'll ask you to hold till your question being answered. So you take a notepad, carry, just put your questions there. Wait till your question being answered. If it not answered, keep it write it. If answered, just cut it out so that all the questions should be on my board. I would be enough capable to answer all these questions, right? So everybody is open to ask the question related to the sessions, how we are going to drive it, how it is going to help you, what your expectation is, what my expectation is. So please. So no question, I assume, or maybe you are thinking that I'll prepare these questions to ask. So anything related to class, anything related to recordings, how portal, how account, anything related to where the account is opening, how this is going to be opening, please.
Hi,
Kushan,
hi,
Rashid.
Pushkar. Can you hear me?
Okay, can you just do help me? Just raise your hand so that I can know about how many of you have question and I can take one by one so that everybody would be prioritized for me. Just put your hand raise. I'll take one by one all the questions. There was options to
तो
hand.
कैसे रेज करते हैं बेटा हैंड और टू रेज
There's options to hand raise at your meetings. Okay, Bhushan, you please continue your question. Meanwhile, others raising their hands. Yeah, Rashid, please.
Hello.
Yeah,
हाय कैन यू हियर मी हाय पुष्कर
yeah, you Rashid, no?
हाय यस
Yeah, please
so
continue.
hi so this training would be I mean targeting an ACE only. Is this what we are going
Yeah, so
to?
this session is that much is that it's prepared for everything, right? Where you can get something or something to all the corners, right? So exam point of view, this yes, ACE is good to appear this exam from this learnings, right? And I'll talk about more on the exams, but this learning is good enough to prepare if you want to clear the exam of ACE, right?
Okay,
I'll talk about
I
how
mean,
this pattern would be and all this thing, but this is going to touch this exam. You can easily clear it.
all right. And I mean, I mean, is there any? I just saw that there is an exam kind of an Google Cloud Foundation leadership or
There's
leadership.
a Google Cloud Leader exam is organized for there for the learning, right? I would not encourage you to just participate in the leaders certification. That is mostly is all about bit of cloud computing to the Google platform, but I'll encourage you to prepare something which is no create a value for you for getting jobs or getting prioritized to any organization industry. So ACE is going to be very good certification in point of you want to take a entry or you want to switch or you want to make a confidence that I learn something, that is
Right.
good to go. But I'll not encourage you to go for a Google cloud leader exam, right, or practice or something like that. Just make it lesser
I
priority.
mean, I just saw that it makes you understand what are the products actually, and what are the difference between each product. And that helps little bit to understand about, yeah,
Yeah, but
I
I'll not
understand
encourage
that.
you to participate that exam. That is the things which you can do it by yourself. Even you
Understood
spend
that, yeah.
few hours or maybe few weeks by yourself. So do it something which is makes values, right? I'm not
No,
saying
no.
that not create a values, but yeah, more than values, you just think about it. You should be something, some additional parameters you should hold so that you can recognize for others, right?
No, understood that this is very, I mean, little technical, deep. I mean, how to create and compute and all.
So
Yeah,
don't
good stuff.
focus yourself for the exams. Just spend your times for me at least for this 2 hour session or maybe next 1.5 month, right? Just focus to gain something, and then exam is just a bit of funny uh, effort for you to just clear it out. So don't worry.
I mean, having setting up a goal is little important, sometime
Yeah,
to
it's
achieve
okay.
something
That's
that
why
you
I
have.
put this question, right? Anybody else, Rashid, if you are only supposed to ask related to this? I have only single raise hand, Rashid. Anybody else apart from Rashid? If Rashid question is matching to you, it's okay. Venkat, you want to ask something? Just unmute and say it.
Yeah. So after completing this course, so will you during the course will you guide us like what is the day-to-day responsibilities? Say for example, now I'm having like 14 years of experience, and if I want to add this
So there is a
Google
session
Cloud.
in middle of or in end of, where I'll do many of things which is not mentioned in the course on, and I do not want to mention because the expectation is created in a very different zone, right? What I'll
Hmm.
give you, what I'll help you is that see, I'm doing this is additional. I'm doing this is additional. I'm doing this is the additional, this is the additional, right? Apart from this, I have organized two more things, which is a related to some extraordinary related to you will be going about FinOps, how the FinOps is going for you to run the show if you're working in the cloud technology, right? I would be guidance to you. I would be a guidance. Maybe I'm learning from you, or maybe you are learning from me, right? It's equal in stakes. I'm
Yeah.
also spending my 2 hours, right? You are also going to spend 2 hours, right? So the thing is that guidance is very important. Your questions make me also prepared, or maybe my answer is going to help you. So guidance is bit of just to advise you that hey, you are at this position and you are spending your 4 5 6 hours to this technology. You should be, you are good at your place, maybe you need to shuffle it out, or maybe you need to just no move your way to next uh, path, right? So those guidance I will be continue. So in middle of something or maybe end of something, I will be speaking about guidance where I'll take your question in the doubt session that how can I help you? Okay, how the right way to route for you, right way for you to stand in the right place.
Hmm.
This is
Yeah.
equally important. Okay,
Hmm.
so learning is
Yeah.
okay, but you are being guided as a better way, or you can do something extraordinary. See, the suggestion works really well, right? I'm not saying my all the suggestion is going to fit for you, but at least listening your concern and advising to that is absolutely a change. If in your
Yeah.
life makes 1% change, my objective is going to be fulfilled, and you will be my contact point for end of the
Hmm.
life. Okay,
Yeah.
so you all are
Yeah.
my contacts where I want to just see you at a success, right? So this is what I have organized. So for you, I have prepared this FinOps or maybe the guidance. These both are going to work for you. So if your question very good, Venkat, you want to put this question, I would not written here. I would not written here because I do not want to written here. But your question
Hmm.
is to
Okay.
get some expectation on this. my role, my responsibility, how I'm going to enter in my market, what should I do, what my job role is, am I prepared
Yeah.
for cloud engineer L1, L2, or L3, or I need to reach the L3 level, what I need to do from here. So those guidance will be continue at your place. This is my objective also, this is your objective also, which is matching, so we can execute it.
Yeah. Okay.
Fine?
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you so much, Mr. Yeah. Good.
Anything related to apart from these two questions, Venkat and anybody else? Shall I move next?
Yeah. Nothing from my side. Thank
Perfect.
you.
Thank you. Maybe your question answers to others, so this is going to help me. I'm muting all so that I can continue to the next discussion. Okay. So I want to just go next. This is the basic thumb rule what we need to follow. And your question would be coming. I know that question is not going to stop. So next is what? Okay. So next is that we are going to learn the cloud technology. So what we are going to do today, right? We are going to do today is that first we are going to know about cloud. Okay. But before cloud, how the things was running. Okay. Why the need of cloud? I know these all question you already aware about it. That's why you join this session and you are coming for the. So I do not want to waste your 2 hours or 2.5 hours. I want to make it utilized to you know about something which you don't know, right? So what the need, why the need is the cloud, where this environment fits for everyone, or we need to be specific. Okay. Now next is that we are going to know about the cloud model. Okay. We are going to understand the service model of cloud, how the services is, how the service is running, right? Next, we are going to learn about how cloud virtually look and how it is physically there. Okay. And last and least, I'll be talking about that how we can run the show virtually, right? If we want to run something, how quickly it is going to be happen. So there would be a demo where we are going to run a machine or a environment which is going to be run very fast. Okay, so so many things. So we will be discussing about the nodes, the cloud, what the benefit, what was the lagging before. So so many things we are going to discuss, right? So very simple is that see, for us, cloud is nothing but it's a delivery of IT services. How? Virtually. Medium would be internet. So you are demanding something and it is coming to your bucket virtually without thinking any sort of management at your end. Management at your end, right? You are not thinking how I'll manage it, how I'll organize it. You just demanding something, and that demand is coming from a provider virtually, and you are consuming that services via internet that fulfill your requirement, getting executed fast, and it drives as you want, as you secure. This is all about we can learn in cloud. So cloud for us is like this. Maybe you are demanding, it is delivering your aspects quickly, faster, secured. The moment you want, that is there. You want to keep it till you want. You do not want, you delete it. You pay the amount how much you have consumed. Okay. So this is how this technology is going to run. So your headache or your management was bit of unfocused zone. What I'm saying is that few thing which we focus too much, but that is not going to benefit the business. What I'm going to tell you is that you are a shoes maker company. So your focus zone will be what? Making good quality of shoes. Everybody create a appreciation what is shoes. Okay? So you will focus to run the good quality of shoes. You will purchase good machines to manufacture the shoes. But few areas are helping to business, which is creating a lagging, right? You are eliminating those laggings, which is unfocused zone, and you are helping to business to grow it. What expectation from business to run the show, right? So how the thing is before the cloud, how it is running, right? Just understand it. That is the show was not running before the cloud technology was in place. Yeah, it is was running. Am I not able to do something before the clouds came in the picture? Yes, it's now 10, uh, 10, 12, 14 years before the clouds were introduced. Before 15 years, the thing was not running. It was running. The thing is going on. The movement is there. So anything before introduced there, the things was running. Okay. So what I'm trying to tell you is that before this technology, or maybe you can assume like the current situation, how the current situation is. If you want to run something for 24 into 7s or a day or 7 days or 9 days or 10 days, how the show is running, can if I ask you, can you run the website on your laptop for next one day? You will say yes, I can do. One day I can manage. But if I say you your website should run on your laptop for next 7 days, you say that, oh, I need to power on my laptop for next 7 days. Right? If I ask you, okay, do it for a month, then you say that what is this? I cannot run the services seamlessly on my laptop for 1 month because this has to be power on. It will consume the heat, it will be heat up, it will be hanged up, there would be power failure, my laptop will be shut down. So my laptop is not well capable to run the show for next 1 month. What the alternative is that you need a heavy machine who can run for your period of time, maybe 1 month, 2 months. The hardware should be well capable enough. So you need a better machine where your system can run for a longer period of time. Means you need a better hardware. Or in short, we can write as a hardware. You want this hardware to perform for a year, then this machine will be heat up. If you are running a device for a 1 hour continuously, this machine will be heat up. You need a cooling station, you need a power station, you need a smoke detection station. So many maintenance equipment you need to put it here so that this will continue to run for a longer period of time. Okay, so this is what it call is, what you putting in this hardware is OS, operating system. Then what you putting? Applications. And this is responding on the request. So any device, any destination who is responding on your request is called as a server. So to run something for a longer period of time, 24 into 7 or month on a year or year to year, you need better hardware machine where you can install the OS. There your application would be, and that application would be well capable to run for a year. You need so many equipment to maintain it, right? So here, to run the show you need to maintain it. You make sure there's no noise coming to this. So think about it like, just I'm giving you example, would it not be a problem generated here? I mean, there will be a problem. What problem could be? Your machine can shut down, your hard disk can damage, power can fail, your machine get older, it get created so many issues every day. So what do you need to worry about? You replace the hardware. Now you need to manage the headache to replace or refresh the hardware. Now AC is going old, you need to replace it. to maintain this environment for a longer period of time, you keep engaging yourself to run the show better, but there is no guarantee that there will be no problem at this site. Is there a guarantee that the problem will not introduce here? If you continue to even maintain very good, problem will be introduced. Agree or not? Right? So the current situation, you want to run your application, website, company app. There is no guarantee you running the show on this hardware machine is not going to report any issue. There will be, or any kind of issue will be introduced. So the problem comes, your business will impact, right? Your website. So just assume that how the show is running before and current. Just do the alternative thoughts. So the so the evolutions is comparing to, right? If you want to compare something like how the thing is running, so if I give you certain examples that you can compare it with your own car versus you using Ola and Uber, right? How it is making difference for you. So the before is what your current situations, right? So I can edit this as a next or as a solution, right? And how you consuming the environment as of current situation. So currently, if you assume that I am using my own car, or you can make a compare difference between Ola, Uber, how it is effective for you. I am not saying everybody should not have their own car and everybody should depend into Ola, Uber only. No, situation can both. Somewhere you are good to have own car, but somewhere you are do not to be dependent on Ola, Uber. So how I'm thinking and correlating is that the requirement can fall into all the two places. The thing is that what's your requirement is, right? So here you can compare like your own house versus rented house. So coming to technology, if you prefer to put your own laptop and you prefer to have a rented laptop, right? So how it is going to help you? Exactly the current thing is running like this in the technology where you are running your entire show from this physical environment where your machines hardware are there, you are cooling it, you are maintaining it, and there is no guarantee the problem will not occur. So say for example your company introduce a application there. Here is the application running, your company application where anybody can order the shoes. Now this environment is running anyhow, you are managing it, your company is running the shoe, the value is every shoe is minimum 1000 rupees. The thing is going okay, you are going sell, your business is okay, it is running, there's no problem at all. But sometimes your organization think about let's run the show from the discounting as a promotion, right? So in this environment, if you are running the show which have no issue at all and your requirement is getting fulfilled, your requirement in the environment is not getting shaked up and down, there's no change is happening, right? This is called as a stable environment, right? So your environment is not demanding anything, your show is running, you do not need to do much of things, it's stable, it is. Now it's stable environment. But when your environment is asking that I need to be this place when the requirement come as a change, say for example your company run 40% discount on shoes, then what will happen? Normally 1000 users are coming every day, they are ordering the shoes. When you run the show 40% off, will this 1000 user will be coming at that time also? No, this will be increased. So what is happening here? Your request is changing, your request to your environment is getting increased. Okay, now the company remove the discount, then the environment can be decreased. So what is called this change in this requirement is called dynamic, right? So your environment is asking running infrastructures to be changed. This would be called as a dynamic. Or your infrastructure where application and in business is running, it's doesn't ask any change to do, it's running very fine, then your environment is a stable environment, right? This is exactly the difference between you choose your own car versus Ola Uber car. If you are good that the cost is lesser, you can continue with your own stuff. But your cost is different, you want to save something basis on demand, you can opt for the next solution. So how it is changing from here to here? How you correlating it? The headaches is lesser, the management is lesser. You owning your own car doesn't need parking, doesn't need a driving license, doesn't need so many blah 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 preparedness. You simply want to go from one destination to other destination, you can book the car. Now Ola send you the car that get damaged in mid of traveling, you should not be a headache. Ola will manage and send another car at your place. Who will owning the headache? Ola. What you are doing, you are consuming it and paying as much you have consumed. So here on the current situations to the next solution, how this evolutions taken, how this change is happen, how this happen is that the next solution technology is giving you a lot of flexibility. Okay. So in the current technology, there are so many issues. So many issues. I can't type it here or I can't list it. I do not want to list it here. There are so many issues. Every company and industry is saying that I can make money to this level, but I'm not able to make it because my running infrastructure is not supporting me. What should I do? What should I do? So they are keep reporting. They are one company, two company, three company. Most of the industries are having at the same place. We are struggling out. We are struggling out. We are not able to make business to grow. We are not able to business the great works. No, we are struggling at this point. Now, what happening is that here the providers are listening. Here the listener are sitting. Here the listener are sitting and they are listening your issues. Now, what they did, they make the game changing environment to run is that most of customers or most of the industries are shaking to run their business from the technology point of view. Let's create the solution. This is solution is going to make a lot of money because everybody is struggling with that. So what is the example of this is that in the COVID everybody is want what vaccination. Now the company who made the vaccination, he makes the money, right? Because the demand was so much. So here is the story about demand and supply also. And this factor is creating absolutely rocking for your personal life also, even your professional life also, right? So why we choosing this learning cloud is that we know that the demand is there and the availability supply is shorter, and that's create the values which is in terms of your CTC, right? So if I tell you go and learn the desktop management or go and learn the hardware networking management, you will be less prefer to that because you know the demand is very good and there the supply shortage which create a value for me. Let's enter in this domain. Now this listening vendor is created a solution to do something. They say that just cross it out. Close this environment. You please come to our place. We have your n number of set of requirement which is very well managed, will give you free of cost services. What vendor is saying to make their popularity is that they start with the free of thing. So the leaders of this solution, they want to make their market entry and they want to get the position of some client. They offered like the service is free, use it. Now observe like your business is running or growing or not. Okay. Now they say that okay, fine, we'll support you. So many of customer doesn't have trust. They say that our security is very good. We have audited with this auditing organization. Now, on the basis of those certification, the bigger customer came. Now, by watching one, two, three, others are coming. Now, the number of client is increased. Now, all the client is sharing their feedback. Okay. Now, each feedback is being shared among of them. Now, story is created. This is creating helping to business. Now, who will continue to run here? If this environment having so many issues, where this environment is giving you so much flexibility, ease, free, support, security, challenges, migrations, everything they are ready to support, then who will continue to run here? The answer is who are continue to run here? Those who have their stable environment. Getting my point? So whomsoever doesn't need so many dynamic things to run. So I'll give you one more example. Maybe you can understand it how I'm trying to understand you. Maybe all of you has gone through few ordering sites. Just compare it in last minute or maybe something you want to fill the forms. Here's the deadline of today. Now you would reach to that application that fill the forms. What happened that give you server is down or machine is not reachable. So what noise is coming? Server is down. Server is down. This is not working. You just learn the experience of ISAT. So why I say this example is that everybody has experienced this. Now last 4 5 years, if you want to book a ticket, what happening? Most of you guys contact to agents to book the ticket. Even you are not able to book it. Why? Because the situations, traffic is coming. The environment is not able to handle so much traffic. So somebody is not able to log in. If they log in, they are not able to find the trains. They find the trains, they are not able to make the payments. At the end, some payments fail, some waiting list converted. So many issues reported while you booking something. So ISCT is a perfect example of what? Dynamic environment. Here, what is happening? At certain point of time, you have a high peak traffic coming to this session. 10 a.m. when you book the Tatkal ticket. Everybody know about this. Then I'm giving this example so that you can correlate and understand it. Okay. So this solution, somebody listening the n number of issues, they created a solution. They say that shut down your shop will give you latest hardware, latest operating system, latest refreshed gadgets, will take care about the security, management, change, operations, will take care everything. Now you just order what you want. How can you order? Using console. How can you order? Using internet. Okay. So here the thing is change. How? When somebody else is managing it and he offering as a services. Okay. So in simple, you need to understand this cloud computing is nothing for you, but it is going to solve your problems majorly like this. So when I just click and enter the systems, this is how I given you example about what cloud computing is doing. You do not need to take care about buying physical servers, other infrastructure procurement. What you can do is that you simply demand and that system would be available for you. You do not need to worry all about it. Okay. Now you just order what you want. That environment is available for you. This is what offering you resources that can be stretchable, flexible, elastics whenever you want on demand it. Okay. So this is the set of Google introduced this documentation. This is not my handwritten document. So sorry. This is Google is defining their work areas. So this is how computing is something which is on demand delivery or on demand availability of technology services from you expecting infra to be there or a banaya platform which is called pre-ready, or you can say like ready to use or half ready to use. Okay, so as pass as modeling is there, which is deliverable via This this page you can see, na? I'm highlighting here. Maybe you can see this page.
Yes, we can see.
Okay, so simple terms, cloud is nothing but it is just a on-demand delivery and availability of technology services. If you asking storage infrastructure like this, you're demanding this solutions from the internet console. It is basically fulfilling your all the business requirement where you do not need to manage anything thinking about physical resources and so, right? So this is something that there's many of advantage. See, the thing is not going to advantage why you are going to use it. No. So there the benefit you are going to consume it, right? So there is on-demand delivery is happening. The environment is virtual. You do not need to take about the physical setup. You do not need to buy the gadgets, hardware, infrastructure. You do not need to do a networking services. You do not need to do anything. Just the demand, the solution is there. Who will not like this such thing? Everybody will like this. That's the reason demand is increasing in this environment, and you and me are there to discuss the feature of the cloud. So here the faster solution is available, efficient solution is available. You do not need to maintain their own stuff. Simpler, this is very simpler to run your show, right? You don't just need a networking or maybe you need a internet at your place, which is very easily available, right? So it fits for all the your requirement, by the way, right? It's a flexible, it's a versatility to fulfill all your need. You can change your need as per the market. So this basically offer three modeling of cloud where we are learning the cloud is example of public cloud where anybody can come and use it. You can create the environment like clouds offered you. So this is Google Cloud. You can offer Amit Cloud, Ramesh Cloud, Suresh Cloud. Make like this by using the tool set. So data center is a perfect example of private cloud. You are using for yourself. Nobody can use it. And if you watching that any environment have this cloud and have this cloud, that will be example set of hybrid. So you owning a car, you buying a car which have a battery, which have a petrol, that is called a hybrid model. It's have both the model in place. Okay, so this public clouds offer third-party clouds where we using Google, Amazon, Azure, Oracle like this. You can simply enable your internet and consume their services, whatever requirement you have for your business. Private, I've given you example, you can make your own data centers. It is operated by you. You are managing everything. That is your stuff. This is called on-premises and on-prem. So all the security control you need to take care, all the management you need to take care, all the data stuff you need to take care, everything you need to manage at your end. This is what headache you have to carry for your own stuff. Now you're watching two. So you may see in the environment where public cloud is also there and you are using data centers is also there. So any public private combination you seeing the environment is running, that is the called as a hybrid environment you are running, right? So these cloud is doing what? These cloud are offering you the services. So say for example, if I have a tea, I want to sell the tea, I opened a shop of selling the tea. Now somebody is coming to enjoy the tea, he feeling like I need to take the snacks. Then the tea company open a snack solutions. Now he want to enjoy the breakfast, he open the breakfast solutions. Now he arrange a fully cooked environment. You simply pay and take it. So what happened? The tea company, the tea shop opened the purpose of delivering the tea or giving the tea. He think about customer are coming from other purpose also. Why let them customer to go other shop? Why he cannot fulfill all the requirement from a single shop? I would not lose the customer. That's the reason they are offering the service model, right? So service model is called as a, so any service model offering you infrastructure, network, storage, right? Your VM, virtual machine, servers, right? That is the kind of delivering to the infrastructure services. Which services are half cooked, right? That is, I'm giving you a silly example, but that's okay. You that has to fit in your mind that how can I correlate it, right? So many things they have prepared, which is absolutely their headaches. So we do not need to worry about the hardware and OS part to manage, but we can consume their services with our configurations. They offered a platform as a services, right? So here then the platform as a services is called where you leaving or eliminating burden of managing and maintaining infrastructure of software. As you can say, like assume as a operating systems, you can assume as that you do not need to do patching, you do not need to worry about OS upgrades, everything that will be taken care by them. What you need to do is that you need to just consume, configure and pay the cost, right? So they're offering software as a services also where they're owning the entire responsibility, where you just need to consume it. Even you do not need to bother about configuration part also. It's a full ready to use, end user has to just consume it. All the responsibility management is maintained by whom? Cloud provider who giving the services. So three models this cloud services are giving: infra services, and like this is not the three things, many things, right? So what the benefit we are going to learn in this learning is this, that its environment is flexible. What this flexibility is, that this environment is flexible means you can make your requirement to run, the availability is there, right? So you want to increase the connections, you want to decrease the connection, you want to scale up your environment, you want to increase your environment, downsize the environment, plus the server, minus the servers, add the infra, remove the infra. So those flexibility is there. So what happened in on-prem, say for example you buy a laptop, now the liability for you to consume it for next 5 year at least, or maybe at least 1 year or 3 years. Here it's the flexible. You can use it as per your need and you can throw it out whenever the requirement is closed. Right? So you do not worry about, oh, my new enterprises application is to be run. How do I think about it? You do not need to think about it. The infrastructure, whatever you are expecting, it is efficient to deliver your services. It carries your strategic values. Most important, it's secure. So any facility coming to any products, that's okay. But if it is not secure, nobody is going to use it. Right? So security is very important part where cloud computing is ensuring they are going with a lot of security parameters, auditing, security features, encryption, decryptions, accessibilities. So this is the one of the biggest part we are going to learn in this session, is that it should be secure and what we can make our cloud environment more secure. Okay. So definitely it is cost effective. So here's a lot of turning questions come. Sir, if you are going to use the cloud computing, will my organization will save the cost? So here the very tricky question and answer is also tricky, is that if you are consuming cloud, your consumption will be increased. You are going to be open to use, right? You will be not restricted. You can continue to increase your cost if you do not control it, but the business is also grow. Your business requirement is going to fulfill with this. No worries, you are raising the cost too high. See, your business is making earlier 100 rupees by spending infra cost to 10 rupees. Now you are earning 1000 rupees, your business is making 1000, but your infra cost increased to 200. What the problem is? Your business is increased, so this is going to be, in that point of view, this is going to be a cost effective. So but you need to take care the management of the consumptions. So that's why you are learning these sessions, is that how we can use it and control it. All right. So this is how it is solving all your business challenges. And here the Google Cloud is also a, so see the question also comes, sir, we are going to learn the cloud technology. We have taken a decision. Why you taken a decision to learn the Google Cloud? Why you have not picked AWS? May I take any of you to take this question honor, guys? Why you have opted Google Cloud? Why have not opted other cloud? Why specific to Google Cloud? What you are watching? Venkat.
Yeah. Actually, I already did certifications in Azure and all, but I'm not getting the right opportunity, and mm, I feel like there is a huge competition, and it's everyone is learning easily, and I'm trying to try something different. So
But what apart from this? What encourage you to go and learn the Google Cloud? Why others not? Maybe you have your valid reason. You make some. You want to find out the opportunity which others are not getting. You maybe see the opportunity for it, but just spending few things. But what else running in your mind? That why Google Cloud is to be learned? Why I have not chosen AWS? Why I have not chosen Azure? Why I have not chosen Oracle? Why I'm just in the Google Cloud to learn? Maybe I'm
yeah,
expecting good answers from others. Maybe if they can participate and they can update my knowledge also, maybe I could be right. Anybody? Rashid, Mohit, anybody? Just anything in your mind, just share it now.
Yeah, it is cheapest service for GCP and also have a network specificity.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
see, guys, I am
AWS.
also learning from you. So just point out like I want to listen your ideas about it. See, your ideas is also my greed. See, my greed is why I'm spending 8 to 10 years. Why I can do other things also. I can increase my knowledge to in other way. But why I'm connecting is that the ideas. Okay. So you saying cheaper, that's a very good idea. You pointed to a very right place. Absolutely right. Okay, cheaper is fine. Cheaper cloud है, but Google है, बड़ा नाम है, cheaper है.
Yeah,
It's
have
okay
a
for me.
good network for region level region because AWS provide the uh, subnet for availability zones, but these have a region wise.
So good answer. I'm happy to that you put this. Good. I think this is very good. Others have anything? Others have any mindset? Or maybe cross question, or maybe counter question. Please. This is very important to know. Why I'm asking this question is that I had received in others sessions related to this question too much. That's why I want to just view your thought is that what different thought you have apart from them, or maybe you know something new that which I don't know, maybe. Naveen? See, I can continue to speak, no problem. I have a caliber to speak, but what is benefit to you? I do not want to you sleep down this time and nobody sleep at this time. So just speak out, share your point.
Okay.
Naveen, yeah, say it your ideas. Why we using Google Cloud? Why we using this
Uh,
cloud? Okay, so see, you got the clarity why we using cloud.
s-
That's
yeah,
absolutely no doubt. You all of know that why we using cloud technology. That's absolutely clear.
yeah. There are a lot of
But
advantages.
why the
Okay.
Google Cloud you learning? That's answer I want to hear from you.
Yeah. So am I audible?
Yeah, you audible, Naveen. Good.
Yeah, yeah. So like we have like a lot of advantages. Okay. So we are having see lot of cloud providers, but the thing is like so we can reduce the while coming the cost, we can reduce a lot of cost. I mean like in the point of
One is
resource and
cost.
all.
Okay, you figure it out the cost. Okay, fine. That's the
Yeah.
same answer, cheaper. Okay.
Yeah,
What next
and the
is?
thing is like less maintenance. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
like the hardware and the hardware maintenance and all the like we have very less control. Okay, and that will be taken care by cloud providers.
Okay.
Okay, so like and one more thing is like this is like easily elastic. Okay, so like we can extend or we can degrade our infrastructure immediately based on our requirement. It's a kind of a cost saving as well.
Okay. Anybody who wants to participate in this conversation, then okay. Otherwise, I'll be finishing my word on this and I'll quickly move ahead to the next topic or maybe next thing I want to speak out. Okay. So I want to wind up maybe your thoughts on this. I do not want to participate others to do. So what I want to tell you is that you will be using your cloud decisions on what? So simply, if I'm not putting a question related to cloud, but if I'm putting a status about which everybody using SIM in the mobiles now. So everybody using either Airtel or either Geo or either Voda, like that. They use it, right? What the benefit of this? Okay, so in similar to taking a decision whether I should go for Airtel, Jio, Voda, something like that, in similar to that, this conversation is standing that you decide this is my n number of requirement. Okay, now against of this requirement, I have this budget. Now I want security. In similar to that, you go to buy a car. Okay, now you buying a car, you saying to your salesman that okay, I have this much facilities needed. Will you give me? He said that okay, I have this much budget in my pocket. Will you give me? Okay, I need this much features also. You will give it? Okay, you will give me good average? Okay, you will good service? Okay. So in simple that we do not need to confuse about choosing the cloud platform, whether it is prepared by or given by Google or Microsoft or Amazon. The thing is simple, need your requirement is fitting in your budget is not or yes. Okay, so these options is benefited to customers. Now Airtel is come, Jio is come, Voda is come. So just say example, one more providers comes. Then what happened to that? Who will be benefited by this one more providers introduced in the market? Then who will be benefited? Anyhow, customers. Now benefit is going to take by whom? Customer will benefit it. Now introducing Amazon or Google or Azure or Oracle is benefited to whom? Customers, because they have a choice to consume all of them and comparatively they can decide that who is fulfilling their requirement better so that they can continue to use it. Say for example, you are doing a stuff, you need to just call 2G or something like that. Why need to pay 1,000 rupees in a month? So in nutshell, if your organization is very much comfortable in using their more services where Google is offering you that, oh, don't go other shop, stay with me, I'll give you more discount, cost, support, migration, and a number of things, then you can continue to use it. So never ever confuse about why I'm using Google because it's a cheap, because the market is creating another opportunity, because this is offering client as lesser services, then the customer is demanding Google and we need a Google skill to deliver the services. It's all fundamental about the chain. Okay, but you just think about it, you have n number of requirement, you have a set of budget, you want this much of features, whomsoever is covering that features, delivering the features. Okay, so in simple, you purchase a term insurance or a health insurance. So what the counselor tell you, this company is settling 100% claim or 99% something like claim, you prefer to buy that claim. Why? That's exactly the thing is here is that the platform giving you all the requirement to fulfill in the lesser cost, best secured, best support. You are not feeling any uncomfortability zone. You are okay to grow the business. The platform is giving you to grow the business. Then they are deciding the Google Cloud. There's no problem. Some organization have their contract ready to Amazon, where Amazon is grabbing their all the requirement to fulfill. Some clients is with the GCP, they wants to stay with them because they're offering more discount, more services, they are catering more business to grow. That's the reason you can decide Google or Amazon or Azure. That doesn't make you need to go for all the cloud computing learnings. In simple, your requirement is being delivered by anyone with the set of requirement, you simply choose that. So don't ever fall in this situation. So this learning also nowadays what happen is that one more competitor enter into the market, which creating a clients, and the clients need a betterment from other existing cloud providers. Here is the switching options, or here is the converting option or porting options. So the customer is saying, hey, I'm spending 100 rupees to Amazon, and Google is saying, oh, we'll do all this stuff in 60 rupees. Who will not decide to move on? Now the thing is what happening, either moving on or either new customer is attaching to that. So that's the reason why you choose this opportunity, because you are watching this is getting increased. How I'm saying it, on what basis of thing I'm saying it, that Google is also announcing or maybe increasing their global portfolios. So here I want to talk at the opportunity how they are spreading out. Okay. Now Google is also increasing their numbers when they entered in the market, comparatively how expanding their global infrastructure. So example of that is that you are buying a car and your car is being serviced by any place. Why? Because the infrastructure is that much strong. Okay. So in simple, see, they are offering these services, and they are helping your organizations to deliver all these values, and whomsoever is delivering these values, you are going to consume their services. Simple. There is no if and conflict, right? So use case could be anything. I want to do my infrastructure to manage, let you do this. I want my site, anything goes wrong, I have a alternate options to run. I want to store my data rapidly growing, you can choose it. You want to run your application for development, good, you can choose is all the use cases where your existing system is not capable to run the show. There you choose some bigger platform who can fulfill all these use cases where you choose to grow, right? So these all benefit is available where you choosing and going to the cloud. These all opportunity at your place is very rapidly, right? So here the use case is what the services being different. You want to do compute or servers or virtual machines. So see, the example is that you stop buying your own car and using Ola Uber. That doesn't mean that selling car is stopped. I'm giving you example. Okay. So see, they are buying it the infrastructure and giving you as an offer to use it, right? So you want to run the compute, virtual machine, servers to run your application. All these services are very well aware about it, right? You can consume it, the services on the Google. Now, if you want to go, right, their global infrastructure, how they are increasing. See, how you believe it, like Google is doing good. How you would know that Google is also growing? Google is also serious, and we are doing the right thing. Okay, so they are also moving their global infrastructure. See, data centers at your in office, and how the data center they are managing at their end is absolutely a difference of land versus sky. Okay, so here the see the picture how their organization, their machines, how they are managing. So their infrastructure is absolutely tremendous, or maybe they are increasing your locations, right? So here the thing we'll learn about locations, data centers. So here the physical appearance, these are the physical appearance. See, that cloud means virtual, that doesn't means it's invisible. They presence here, their thing is at certain physical locations, right? Okay, so their presence is absolutely global, worldwide. If you want to just check how they worldwide growing, you need to click on it, how they are increasing it. So you know that. So you can compare other cloud provider also, how they are existing in India, how they're doing in India and worldwide. Okay. So here is a bit of presentation. Maybe Google wants to tell you that how they are increasing worldwide, so that you can have a trust to use it. And you can be a stronger believer that oh, you are using Google, it is not going to drop anything about our business. हमारा business कहीं नहीं जाने वाला है. We, our business is going to be absolutely rocking. So this is a belief. This is a trust. How Google is want to show you we are increasing like this. Now these are the regions. So regions means they are present in the countries. So region in nutshell you just understand as a country. Don't confuse that there is a Delhi and Mumbai could be a two different country. No, just assume like region is saying that should be related to country, and country you make they have make it two zones, right? For them, for Google, they are treating as a region Delhi. And in the region Delhi, you have their physical data center like this, what we have seen in the previous snap, like this three places. Okay, so they have their data centers also like this, they called as a zones. And the virtual presence is called as a country. Okay, so here the global presence is right. They are upcoming also, they are future planning also. The where the white is that they will be announcing to open data centers. So white is there, white is there, white is there. They are coming to that place. Okay, so Google is saying I am at the you can assume like 41 countries they are available. 124 data centers they have, 187 as location they have, 200 availability zone is there, right? So such kind of thing they have already in place. Okay, so you can assume like how they are increasing, which services are available to which countries. You can have this documentation in place. Okay, so what you need to do is that you need to open a, see, the cloud fundamentally is a concept. Like you do scaling the like this, you creating machine like this, there's a certain ways is very templating kind of. Okay, so what we are doing is that we are going to use a concept or a technology is that the cloud technology, right? And whomsoever is going to deliver this technology to run the show is the platform. So here you have decided to use the platform is what? Google, in short we call as a GCP. Okay, so what you need to do is that you need to open the Google account by yourself using three methods which I told you on the top. You need to use your email ID, phone number, payment. So what I'll do, I'll give you some reference video how you can open your Google account. So make sure you have open. So now if I go and see, if I click on this console, simply what you need to do is that you need to just type in the Google what I have typed, Google cloud.google.com. Here is the option is coming as a console. So console means the zone or the area where you can drive this environment, and where I'm connecting this environment from the web. Okay, so now the web is there, I click on it and I'll come to the console. So this is how it's look like. This is the console where you can run your services virtually and get it accessed. And just think about it, I want to run my website on a machine on top of OS. I want to install an application and I want to set up a website. How much time it will take if you decide to run the things at your own laptop or on your data centers? Just give me a time estimation or maybe rough estimation. At least how much time you are going to consume to run a prepare a server. If you want to prepare a server, how much minimum time you needed at your place, at your data center, at your office, at your laptop, at your desktop? Or maybe in simple question, if you want to install operating system on your laptop or desktop or server, how much minimum time is needed? Just answer me.
50 to 20 minutes.
At least, right? This is not going to be happen anyhow in 2 minutes, right?
Yes.
Or 1 minute? No. So here the thing is that here very ease. This console is very easy. You can do the things like in a click. So what is this? This is the GUI presentation, or this is called as a console, where all the features are categorized, where you can see from your eyes and you can click on it, and that will create a work for you in the backend. So what happening is that this is creating for us the services. That doesn't mean they are not using hardwares, but we do not need to bother about which hardware is this. Is the HP make hardware? Is the Dell make hardware? Is the any other brand hardware? What we need CPU, RAM, memory. They are giving us. What we can choose, we do not Intel needed, we do not AMD needed. That the difference we can make. Okay. So here if I go, this is the home screen. Okay. Here you can make your environment. This is called the projection. So projections means this is the environment you have, isolated environment created. So say for example in company there is a production environment, there is a staging environment, testing environment. Company have their brand. So say for example shoes brand, they have their food brand, they have their transport brands. So it's example of that Paytm. Paytm have what? So many features and categories they created as a project so that each one of them can be isolated. Okay. So like this, if I ask you, I want to create a machine, so all the categories are available. That doesn't mean we have to learn all the categories. Okay. Here, the thing is mentioned like all the categories is available. That doesn't mean you need to sit and continue to connect to learn all this technology. No, whatever the requirement for you to get an entry from the infrastructure management or being a solution architect for run the show, you need to build something, you need to set up something, you need to create something, you should know about it. What are the things is there you can pin to your fabrics. So this is the fabric John, you can pick all the services, pin here, you do not to search it again. If any services you want to search it out, just click on it and type it. This will search for you. Okay. So everything there is a detailing here, right? Apart from this, if you want to go through all the products, product means all the services, you can find out here. So this services is what giving management, this services is what giving machines, computers, this services is what giving storage, and storage this much services is available, you can use it. And this service is created for what, this purpose. So description is also there. In the description there is a documentation there is some quick start to understand, few understanding quickly. So this is good now, this is learning for this pretty much organized here. So whatever you want to use it for your domain. So see, the domain is also matter here. If you are coming from infrastructure, you are coming for a storage, or you are coming from a network, or you are coming, so these are basics things which you create. Maybe you can create your profile in deeper to that how it's work in the cloud. Say for example you are coming from a network background, then how network is different from you doing right now is different, what is inside to the cloud. Getting my point? So all the services are explained here. Okay. This is the networking, this is the all the services you want. So n number of services here there, and day by day Google is announcing their services. This is related to DevOps, right? Everything you're looking, see, they have created that much bundles. And least you have a support, you can raise whatever you want, but in free account they do not offer it. Okay. So in simple, if I go and create, so this is your account ID is there here, the notification is there, this option you can raise a help support, this option you can enter to the CLI, this option you can do some your free account status. If you want to do what is my status of the account. So when you registered and open an account in Google, you do not need to do anything, just type in Google open free Google account. So what you need to do is that you need to come here, open Google free account. See, we'll do whatever we are going to learn is this, in this way, right? This is our environment. So what you need to go, just click on it, create a Google account, sign in. So you need to type here not Google, Google Cloud. Google Cloud free account. This first option is coming, create a free account. Free account give you $300, it equivalent to the 25,000 in India, 3,000, 25,000 in India. What he is going to offer you in the free services, that is not very much matter to you, because 90 days you are not going to charge anything. So you need to go for a sign up for free. In free, he will offer you this. Google will give you $300 as a free for 90 days. You can consume it. For compliance method, they need a payment method. They need their ID to be verified. So whatever the first name and last name you will use it to open an account, you make sure the payment method have name, and your ID name is should be matching all of these three. So no fake account is now, they are enjoying it. They are not entertaining any fake account or generic account. So generic email ID could be anything, but if you are opening an account, the first name last name should be matched with your payment and your ID. That's the basic thumb rule, right? So if you create on this create free, this will click like this, and then what you can do, it is telling you that will give you $300 in free account, will offer you these services to run, will not charge anything. But in 25,000 apart from the free account, so 25,000 granted you, that is the additional if you use paid services, right? So that is for 90 days. Okay, so create a 90 days, you set a alert that in 90 days I am not going to use it more than this. When you open an account 90 days, it's offer you to convert this account as a business, that give you 50,000. But do not to be greed about to consume 50,000, because 50,000 if you cross 91 days or maybe 1 days more than 90, then it will deduct from auto debit payment. So don't take a paid account. But if you taken a paid account as a business account, try to terminate your account or remove the payment method before 90 days. Okay, so this is what free account is going to give you. Once you open it, right here will come as a create a new account. It will ask you the Gmail ID, it will ask you first name last name, it will give you OTP to your Gmail account, it verifies you. So there is a session I have recorded for you how to open the Google Cloud Console. There you can refer it. I'll give you one reference note what is about networking. So in this, maybe you are going to consume your learnings in this, all your individuals, this all of you having this individual ID to be created. Okay, so here if I want to create any servers, I just need to here, and I need to type compute. I want a computer, give me a computer. So I will type a compute, so he will search my words and he will say that, oh, you looking at compute, you go to this section. Or directly you want to launch a instance or virtual machine, because hardware is not right now at your place. This is being managed by whom? Google. You just click on it. This is not I'm teaching you how the compute system works. This is a demo. This is a demo how cloud works, your environment, how speedily it is. So say for example, I want to run a compute where I want to run an application or website, and I want to use it for 5 minutes or 5 hours or 10 days or 12 days. I can create and delete it like this. Okay, so I want a computer for my purpose, for anything, launching a website application or math, anything. You can do like this. So here you put the name, here you select the country. So any country you can select available countries, right? So I want to run my show to India, and India he have three shops. Shops is kind of zones means data centers where physically they have the machines. I am saying that give me a machine from this data center, and I'm asking give me a normal machine. I do not want to do very high hectic thing. I selected this. Now I'm giving you that give me OS. So think like this process how it is working for you. It asking you the machine, you asking you the OS or storage and all this thing. You selecting it. Now you clicking next. It is taking your input. And last what you telling, I need 10 GB, I can change it, I can change it, I can change it, or continue as a default. Right? He's saying which network you want to run. Now you can select your networks. You created your own networks, select that. If you do not have your own network, check as a default. So if you have own network, select it. Now here this networking part is there. I'll teach you how this works for you. Okay, I'll tell you how this works for you. And now you can do like this. You just click on it, the machine will be created. Now you want to sort out some communications that anybody can connect to with this machine from browser anywhere, HTTP or HTTPS, or you want to particular type, like anybody can enter to this machine. You can type the tags. I'll tell you everything about it. This is not technical start. Basically, I'll start by tomorrow doing all this thing. So here, if I click on the create, so if I'm doing a duplicate, and if I'm going to a machine section, okay, here if I'm going to the cloud computing, where I'm asking how many compute I have, how many machine I have. So if I'm asking from this console is that how many machine I have, I inquire that how many machine I have. I click on the VM instance. Here you can see like no machine is there, 0. So when I click on it, just I need to do what? Create. Now create will take all the inputs from me from this GUI. It creates some script and hand over in the backend somewhere in the system that the customer want this machine with this configuration. Now I start working on my request. Now this means it is processing my request, it's cooking my request. And how much time it will take to cook it and ready for me in just seconds. Done. So think about it. I have decided the machine, I have decided the OS, I have decided the networks, I have decided the configurations, everything I've decided. It takes seconds to renovate this environment. Now machine is with me. I can use this machine for any purpose. Getting my point? So I can use this machine for any purpose, hosting a site, hosting website, hosting server, hosting logs, and so and so and so and so. Okay. So here the IP is, right? Here the internal IP, external IP. I'll talk about this. This is the data center. This is the name of server. Here the options to log in into the machine directly. So if I click this IP and hit it here, it will give me some sort of information. What? Fail to connect. With whom I want to connect? This machine. Where anybody can approach this machine externally, anywhere. But what it is returning to me? It is returning to me nothing running on the servers. So make it configure for your use. Now what I can do? I can log into the server and I make this works for my purpose. So what I can do? I can simply click on SSH. So SSH means entering into the server. Hope you can see this screen. It is authorizing the request. And now I am into the server. Can you see this screen where the green text is there?
Yep.
Yes, no? Now I'm inside the machine. Now I can type sudo su. This is all what? Linux command. Okay, I can run it for my use, anything. If I want to use it for a Apache, Tomcat, PHP, MySQL, anything you want to install it on top of OS, it's up to you. You can use it like how you want. Okay, so say for example, I just type apt-get or maybe httpd. HTTP means Apache. Okay, it's have some. Okay, so it's have something to install. It's saying you can install any of these. So Apache 2 is offering that you can do Apache 2. This is all our application work. Okay, so don't confuse here. I'm just doing 2. I'm picking this one. Yes. So now I decided my compute. Now I log into the compute. Now I'm doing my stuff. Where all this is happening? In Google Place. How am I accessing? Via browser console. Which medium we are using to connect this source to destination? Internet medium. Now I'm asking give me a server, it is delivered to me. Now I'm asking give me OS delivered to me. Now I'm asking I want to install this application on top of it. It's giving me a functionality to get enter into it and installing it. Simple. Okay. Now what you can do, you can start the services. So in nutshell, you are set up a application. So system enable Apache 2 system start Apache 2. That's it. Now you can make your website page accessible. If now I'll hit this website, what happened? Now error is not coming because you have something hosted on the server and you create started enabled it. Now this application is where this IP is whom GCP is given, where my server is running in GCP, where I hosted my application in GCP. Everything I'm doing as a virtually. ठीक है, my task is done. I do not need this server again. Okay, you use it for 5 minutes, you need to pay for 5 minute cost, right? So if I want to delete, I can delete. Here the option is delete. I want to stop it. I want to reuse tomorrow. I can stop it. So this is how you dynamically operate this environment like clicks. This is what the beauty of clicks. This is the execution. This is giving you easy execution, fast execution. You do not to bother anything, whatever you want, creating it, using it, consuming it, making it to be live till the time you will continue to use it. No use, delete it. No use, stop it. If you confuse with your decision, oh, should I delete it or not, stop it. Okay, I don't want this. I can delete it. Not needed. Go. Now it is fired for deletion. Will this be accessible now? Yes, no. Yes, no. Give me this site will give me a result or not?
No.
So this will not accessible, right? So if you hit it here, it will give you result of something error with that because this machine has been deleted. Okay, so you just need to refresh here. It's refreshing. Or maybe you can copy this IP again and put it in next tab. Enter it. It will not return you any result because that doesn't exist anyhow. So it's keep searching your request, but at the end it will result you at the error because machine has been terminated. Okay, so like this it keeps searching but not resulting you anything. It's not giving you result. Why? Because you have terminated the machine. The machine is no more, it's disappeared. It's released. When the release is happening, the billing will is stopped. Okay. So you understanding something how the beauty should be going to be available. Any question on this? Any sort of questions, please ask.
Hi, Pushkar.
Hmm.
What's the difference between suspend and delete?
So suspend is just a holding. I mean, you are just creating a kind of, um, you're not deleting something, you are keeping a hold, okay? So deleting is absolutely a terminating, is stopping your machine, you keeping all the process to be shut down, right? Suspend, you are holding the machine to be not accessible, right? So here I deleted that, but I'll showcase you that how suspend is working for you. So there is a four option, right? Either you can stop your machine, either you can terminate your machine, either you can start your machine and you can suspend. Suspend means no other processor are going to talk that machine. It is going to be suspend. It is not to be as a kind of not in use.
Okay.
Okay?
We can say directly unplug the cables by and servers
No,
or suspend.
you do not have a physical control to these
No,
machines.
no, no. I say suspend means we directly unplug the cable from server without shutdown.
No, no, unplug means what? I think your question is not pretty much clear to me. Just say it again, what your requirement is.
I say suspend means we unplug the cable directly without shutdown.
See, I can give you this option is just a second. Let me create a machine for you. If you are putting your thoughts to gain it, here's you can say it a name. Here you can select the country. Here you can select the data centers. Here the OS is. Here the networking is. We'll each learn each of them later on in next sessions. Okay. So you are putting your network selected and you created it. See, stopping will stop the bill of the machine, but stopping will continue to hit the cost what the storage is attached to that. Okay, so few flexibility and features Google are continue to adding it. Example of soft shutdown or forced shutdown. So we'll learn about all this computing and category what the features is available technically, right? So here the option is right. So suspend means you are pausing it, right? Means nobody, no other connection are going to talk this machine. So you do not want to stop it because you are feared that by doing a stop, what will be going to damage. You are terminating, you are a little bit confused that deleting is recreating another problem. So you can pause the connection coming to this machine by doing suspend, right? So here if you suspend, what is this will? You will be billed, right? Suspend means not releasing the infrastructure, right? You will be only billed for what? The disk is attached to this system, the memory is going to consume, and the IP you are holding. You are suspending it. Okay, so this will anybody try to hit this server, this will not answer anything like that. Suspending instance. Okay, so we'll learn more. So you want to save the bill, you can make the machine stop like that. Okay, so in the certification I want to talk a bit of 2 minutes maybe. We are going to cover this session, right? So by doing learning all this thing you are going to easily qualify, not the beginning, not the advanced deeper as equivalent to experience 2 3 years. We are going to achieve this certifications by learning all these modules for 2 month effort or 1.5 month effort. You are going to achieve it. So we'll focus on this. After this learning, if you are very well want to vertically grow to the deeper and advanced layer, you can go for a professional. If you are good to develop or to manage the show, you are good to developing, you are good to solution architecting, you want to do both the tasks, you can either choose here or you can choose here, right? So industry is demanding this much, industry is demanding a specialization. So after you think like your profile is related to security, you are already working and you are engaged to security domain, you can make your profile to a specialization and you can move on a specialization. So you are good in network, you can go for a network specialization, right? So here is three category: mix or specializations, right? Where you want to grow, it's depend on your skill, how you like it, the skill, where you want to be go, you want to be specific to a specialization category or service. You can choose all of these carriers or maybe all the options available for you. Okay, any questions, any question you want to put it here, any? So I'll take 2 minutes also where I want to just walk through like what are the things we are going to learn. Let me open a small doc, what we have short covered on this.
We will cover professional certificate training. Anything?
See, training you can choose as your choice, but we can give you a confidence to clear the ACE exam.
Associate.
So we'll not guarantee like you will do professional, you will clear it, will not. But guarantee is there. What the guarantee means is if you are well prepared to go and do appear for exam of Google associate level of exams, right?
Okay.
So let me know if you can see this screen. Can see screen?
Yep.
So we are going to introduce, which I have done today. You means you pretty much aware about these things. Modeling, you heard about it, what the service model is. I given you example that selling a car is not stopped, but we are not buying it. Somebody else is buying it. He is using same technology, which we are doing a multi-technology virtualization. The setup and the format is going to be same. The difference is they are using very up to date technology, very refreshed technology, refresh hardware. The only difference between us and them, right? So we learn about the organization, how we can create isolated environment for a different purpose, how this will work, how the access will granted, organization label, right? We are going to create a project that access will be granted, how this will be mapped. You are going to learn about the billing configuration, how can you stop it. This is all about FinOps techniques, how can you do a predictive calculation, cost ideas. This is the security pillars you are going to learn. In the cloud, we are going to use the compute engines, right? Managing creation like this. I did a demo today. This is going to be in the detail, right? This is going to be in the detail. So you learn all this thing, right? You're going to learn networking in the cloud in GCP platform, how it just work for you. Storage, you are going to do this much stuff. Additionally, there's many stuff, but we have written a very short way to understand for you. Do not confuse. So make this content is a very larger way. We keep it a shorter bit. We delivering a larger, right? So networking services you will learn more as a advance. So I given you L1, L2, L3, L4. This is again network coming as advanced where you will learn about traffic management and all this thing. You're doing a logging, monitoring, alerting. You're learning how can you run your microservices using containers management, right? So I'll brief you about bit of thing on this, how this managed services work you, where you can save lot of time if you are going to consume GKE, which is a managed services, right? We can use the serverless environment, how it is going to be run, scheduler, jobs. We can see the learn how CLI works, shell, how can we fire the commands, operate it. We'll learn about backend, database creation, manage database and all this thing, right? This is not the end, but I think a lot of things I have not mentioned it, right? You are going to be appear this exam where you have to just attempt for 700 passing score, 1000 passing score would be GCP introduce promotions where they give you the promotion vouchers, less cost to exam where you can appear it, right? So be prepared it when the Google announce their promotion with the less cost of exam vouchers, you can purchase it and give it. The helping hand would be available on this. Maybe we'll give you exam dumps, preparation, and all this thing. You can do it online exams, right? Do not to be at the physical. This is how you going to do. I give you like you have to bit prepared for a networking or a Linux understanding where I'll help you with the sharing docs, reference docs, where you can go through is a 15-20 pages, which you can easily complete it, right? So this is how the show is going to run, and hopefully you will be getting all the things which you have expected more than that, right? Any sort of question you want to ask it, please ask. Otherwise, we'll to start by tomorrow doing a short demo how the GCP accounts open between or any of you guys. You want to share the screen, everybody can watch how the accounts get opened, and there we can start with the server management. So tomorrow I'm going to much in detail what I have did today as a demo. We'll learn tomorrow how the server management works for you and what are the different way to create the environment as a compute management. So what the compute management is, how this runs, we'll give you that. Okay, good.
Yep.
Nice. So don't worry if you have any question in your mind want to ask you, don't worry. I will give you ample time to just make those questions clear, doubt clear, right? Will take you. If your question is very next or next to next, I'll park your question to wait that till the time that content or topic get started. So don't worry, your question will be very respected, but I can park your question till the time comes to ask. Fine, tomorrow same time we can connect.
Yeah, okay.
Good, thanks, and thank you so much for connecting and giving your 2 valuable hours. And I hope this result in success, right? So let's connect tomorrow at the same time, and we can learn more in technicals, more and more, right? Thank you so much for your valuable time. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.